Do you believe that just a few sprigs of rosemary from your garden could serve as a natural alternative to pricey creams for varicose veins? I'd like to share with you a very simple natural tip that may bring surprising benefits. It may help ease vein discomfort, nourish your skin, and even help you save money on expensive treatments. The interesting part is that the main ingredient is something very familiar. Rosemary, an herb you can easily grow right in your garden or in a small pot by the kitchen. Rosemary is not only a familiar kitchen spice, but it is also often considered a valuable natural remedy for overall wellness, especially supportive for those who experience vein-related discomfort. To start with this simple recipe, prepare 3-4 fresh sprigs of rosemary. If you have them growing in your garden or in a small pot at home, that's wonderfully convenient. If not, you can easily find rosemary at supermarkets or herb shops. When selecting, choose sprigs that are vibrant green with firm, glossy leaves and a natural fragrance. These are signs that the essential oils inside are still rich and of the best quality. After picking the rosemary leaves, rinse them thoroughly with water to remove any dust or residue. This way, when the leaves are infused, the essential oils and nutrients will be extracted more purely and safely for use. Thanks to its natural properties that may help ease inflammation and support circulation, rosemary can provide comfort and help relieve the heavy feeling in the legs, often associated with vein concerns. Don't forget to dry the rosemary leaves well after rinsing. Removing excess water helps the oil infusion process work better while also allowing the mixture to stay fresh longer without spoiling. This herb is also known to help stimulate blood flow, which may reduce pressure on the veins, limit swelling, and bring a sense of lightness to your legs. That's why rosemary is increasingly seen as a trusted companion in supporting healthy, comfortable legs each day. Next, prepare a clean glass jar. Make sure to dry it thoroughly and check that it has a tight-fitting lid. Using a glass jar helps preserve the mixture longer, prevents unwanted odors, and keeps all the valuable nutrients from the rosemary intact. If you don't have a jar, a glass bottle with a screw cap will also work. Just be sure the lid is tightly sealed to limit air exposure, helping the mixture stay fresh and effective. Once you've prepared the rosemary in the jar, the next step is to separate the leaves from the stems. We'll only be using the leaves as this is where the highest concentration of essential oils is found. These natural compounds may help ease inflammation, support comfort, and promote relaxation in the blood vessels. Place the rosemary leaves into the glass jar you've prepared. You can discard the stems since they contain very little nutrition, allowing the mixture later on to be more effective. Back in the day, my grandmother used to pick a few sprigs of rosemary from the garden, soak them in olive oil, and massage her legs every evening. I remember so clearly she always said it helped ease the tiredness in her legs and gave her a better night's sleep. Even now, every time I prepare this recipe again, it brings back memories of her and fills me with warmth. Have you ever tried using rosemary for wellness or beauty care? If so, share your experience in the comments. Your story might inspire others to give it a try too. We'll need about 1/3 to 2/3 of the jar filled with rosemary leaves, leaving enough space for the olive oil to soak through every leaf. This way, the beneficial compounds in the leaves can be extracted more effectively. At this point, you've completed the preparation step and are ready to move on to the next stage. After placing the rosemary leaves into the jar, pour in pure olive oil until the leaves are completely covered. Olive oil has long been called liquid gold in both health and beauty care because it's rich in vitamins A, D, E, and K, along with powerful antioxidants. Not only does it help preserve the rosemary leaves longer, but it also supports the full extraction of their essential oils and nutrients, creating a nourishing, valuable natural blend. If you don't have olive oil available in your kitchen, you can easily substitute it with coconut oil. A familiar choice that is also nutrient-rich, while offering moisturizing and soothing properties that are just as effective. Once the oil has been poured into the jar, use a clean spoon to stir gently or simply shake the jar lightly so the oil coats every rosemary leaf. From this moment, the active compounds in the leaves will slowly begin to release and blend with the oil. This combination creates a solution that may help ease inflammation and support comfort, while also nourishing the skin, promoting circulation and bringing a sense of relaxation to the body. Once the rosemary and oil mixture is ready, the next step is very simple. First, let the jar sit for about 10 minutes so the natural compounds in the leaves can begin to release and blend into the oil. This may seem like a small step, but it's an important one. It allows the mixture to settle in and begin the natural extraction process. In the place where you live, what kind of herbs do people usually use for easing discomfort or for beauty care? Share your thoughts in the comments. Your tip might turn out to be a helpful idea for many others. Next, simply place the jar in the microwave and warm it gently for about 1 minute. This mild heat helps speed up the extraction process, allowing the oil to better absorb the valuable compounds such as natural compounds and antioxidants that may help promote a soothing and refreshing effect. Once warmed, let the jar cool naturally at room temperature. At this point, you'll have a rosemary-infused oil that's rich in nutrients and ready to use. The combination of rosemary and the carrier oil not only brings a pleasant aroma, but also creates a natural preparation that may help soothe the veins, support comfort, and leave your skin feeling softer day by day. To make the most of your rosemary oil, simply take a small amount and apply it directly to your legs or the areas where veins are more visible. Then gently massage upward from the bottom to the top for about 5 to 10 minutes. This technique may help support circulation and ease the feeling of heaviness in your legs. It's best to keep this as a daily habit, especially in the evening before going to bed, so your legs can relax and feel less tired after a long day. After about 15 to 20 minutes, if there's still some oil left on your skin, just wipe it off lightly with a soft cloth. No need to wash it off. And that's it. With just a few simple steps, you now have an all-natural rosemary-infused oil that is safe, easy to make at home, and may help soothe vein discomfort, ease heaviness in the legs, while also keeping your skin soft and healthy. This recipe is for reference only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice or a doctor's guidance. If you found this recipe helpful, don't forget to like, follow, and share it with your friends or family so more people can discover this budget-friendly and effective wellness tip. Thank you for watching until the end of the video. I wish you and your loved ones plenty of health, joy, and peace every day. See you again in the next useful recipes.